Hello everyone. Today we will learn about some phrasal verbs with the verb fire. Okay, so let's start. First we have to fire away. To fire away means to give permission to someone either to speak or to ask questions about some particular matter. Okay. For example, if you have any questions about my presentation, just fire away. This means that if you have any questions about my presentation, then don't hesitate to ask them. Okay? Next, we have to fire off. The basic meaning of fire off is to shoot a bullet from a gun or to launch or fire missiles. For example, the commander ordered to fire off a missile over the enemy territory. That is, the commander ordered to launch a missile. One more example. The police officer fired off his gun at the robbers. That is, the police officer shot bullets from his gun. Well, the phrasal verb fire off has another meaning as well. Let's learn about it, okay? To fire off also means to say something very quickly or angrily, or to write a letter and send it to someone very quickly by some other person who is in very much anger. For example, he fired off an angry complaint letter to the maintenance department. So someone was very much angry with some maintenance problem. So he quickly wrote a complaint letter to the maintenance department. One more example. The manager fired off an email to the employee who had been absent for a couple of days. So the manager very much angrily wrote an email to the absent employee. Well, that was to fire off. Next, we have to fire up. First meaning of fire up is to burn something or to make something start burning. Let's look into some examples. We fired up the charcoal to roast potatoes. So we ignited the charcoal, that is, made the charcoal start burning so that we can roast potatoes, okay? Well, this sentence expresses the first meaning of the phrasal verb fire up. Well, the second meaning of fire up is to start some machine. For example, she quickly fired up her computer and started to type the letter. That is, she started her computer for her work. Well, to fire up has a third meaning also. It can also mean to encourage someone or to make someone very much excited and happy. Well, do we know the meaning of the word encourage? To encourage means to support someone or to make someone confident, that is, to make someone believe that he or she can perform some particular action. Let's have a look at its application in sentences. The teacher's motivating speech fired up all the students. So, all the students were motivated or encouraged by the teacher's speech. Let's look into another example, okay? The fantastic news just fired her up. That is, the fantastic news just made her very much happy. So, it fired her up. Well, these were some phrasal verbs with the verb fire. Thanks for watching.